Okay, now I'm going to reference my notes here because some of these statistics that have come through are quite astonishing. Macron, 23.9%. Le Pen, 21.4%. Fillon has declared for Macron, which will probably bring Macron up by... Do we have to do that again? Okay, now this has been one of the most fascinating elections that I've ever watched. Digitally, the Ministry of the Interior was able to bring the results in virtually as they were being counted electronically. Now, Macron, 23.9%. Le Pen, 21.4%. Then you have Fillon on 19.9%, who has declared for Macron. I don't think that many of his votes are going to go through to Macron. Then you've got Mélenchon, and he has said he's not declaring for any of the candidates. So, I think his votes are going to go largely, believe it or not, to Macron and some to Le Pen. So, let's imagine a scenario. You have a split vote for a business candidate and a far-right candidate. And the only votes left floating are socialist, extreme far-left, and Republican. So where those votes could go could mean absolutely anything. Now, let's imagine a scenario where in the next election, which will be in 2 weeks, neither of the candidates actually reach the 50% mark, which means there will have to be yet another election. I think, so let's imagine a scenario where in the next round of the elections, Macron gets something like 46, Le Pen gets 39. There will have to be another election. It's that simple. Now, let's imagine, in the meantime, there is some kind of event, one beyond everyone's control. This might be social, it might be terrorism, it could be economic. And this event frightens people so much that they actually vote in Le Pen and the Front National. It's not an infeasible scenario. People said Brexit was impossible. It came about. People said Trump was impossible. It came about. So, we have to look beyond what we know now and think about impossible things happening. Okay, now, there's a French author called Francis Dupère, and he has written a novel called Le Président. Now, there are actually 3 novels in the series, but read all this in the context in which it's meant. Marie Le Pen has brought the Front National from a place of relative obscurity practically to mainstream, being now the second biggest party in France, which is quite astonishing. Okay, now, we're beginning to imagine the unimaginable, aren't we? And I think at this point in time, we have to make an appeal to French voters. And we have to make an appeal to you to vote very, very carefully in 2 weeks' time. The entire future of the European Union may depend on how you vote. Do not vote lightly. There are 2 clear roads. One road is not perfect, but is travelable. The other road will lead to anarchistic mayhem and a complete nightmare. And I'm being polite. So please vote very carefully in 2 weeks' time. Okay, let's imagine the unimaginable. I'm going to make a prediction. Marine Le Pen and the Front National are going to win the election for the presidential palace, the Elysee Palace, in 2 weeks' time. We've studied the figures. We've run the tech over them. We believe it's very, very possible.